I want to see people practicing yoga for life. I want to see every human on this continent, on the planet, practicing yoga. I like to start out in TADASANA, mountain pose. And I like to build it from the ground up, because when you really think about every part of it, it becomes something much more than the movement. It becomes its own type of meditation. I like to stand with my feet at about hip distance apart. And I sort of rock back and forth on my feet until I feel centered, which is different for everyone. But you're really generally trying to stack the hips up over the heels. And then I just try to get my pelvis sort of sitting down in that box. And when you sit your pelvis down into it, your knees might bend a little bit, because everyone's initially thinking like they have to be straight. And they might be straight-ish, but I just like to settle down so that my bones are actually comfortable. And straighten up through the spine. And this is how we always want to approach every obstacle of life. Standing strong, gazing forward. And then from here, inhaling the arms up and over the head. And then exhale, the heart bows forward, the chest comes down, fingertips can come to your shins, they can come to the ground, but on the inhale, you lengthen through the spine and the chest. You can keep your fingertips down. I like to keep my hands on my shins so that I can push the hands into the shins, the heart pumps forward, and then plant the hands, step back to a high plank position, and then you can drop your knees, chest, chin down to the ground, or from this high plank position, you can work toward a chaturanga, a lower push-up down. Then you inhale forward into an upward facing dog or a cobra pose. Then curl the toes, lift the hips up into a downward facing dog. And then from here, I usually, just for strength, like to move into some side plank variations. So I usually roll onto the knife edge of the right or the left foot, bring the right arm up, continuing to lift up through the hips. And I like to bring the arm up and overhead, extend through the fingertips, push the ground away, and then come on back, downward facing dog. Then take that on the other side, so you roll onto the ninth edge of the right foot, stack the left on top, left arm comes up, pushing the ground away, lifting the hips up. Again, stretching the arm up and overhead, stretchy time, and then drop down, downward dog, releasing the chest back. Then I'll bring the right leg up into the air, opening up my hip and bend the knee, flexing through the toes and the ankles, and I just keep trying to draw my head down, shaking it out. Then extend the right leg straight, step it up to meet your hands, drop down to the back knee, come up into a low lunge. Low lunge, arms come up, sinking deep into it. This is such a beautiful hip heart opener. You feel your chest just pumping up to the sky, unstoppable. Hands come down, step back, high plank, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Curl the toes, lift the hips. Down dog. Now left leg comes up into the air, open up the hip, bend the knee, flex through the toes and the ankle, roll it around a little bit, then extend the left leg straight, step it up to meet your hands, drop the back knee down to the ground. Low lunge. It's an offering. Thinking of it as a physical offering, the universe opening up for you. If you let it, if you allow yourself, the heart falls back, the head falls back. Take one more breath, then drop the arms down. Step back, high plank, knees, chest, chin, chaturanga, upward facing dog or cobra. Curl the toes, lift the hips. Down dog. Drop down to your knees. Child's pose, take a moment. I'm out here. This is who I am, it's what I am. And if you don't like it, then you can suck it.